Hey, Keith Donovan, our wellness journey. Hey, I wanted to give you guys an update on the cold therapy or cold exposure. I really think it's a great thing. I think everybody should try it. I would start easy with like a shower and then once a day, and then try to get into a bath maybe later. I think it has a lot of benefits. I believe it even has benefits on the side of mental health, like reducing anxiety and helping with depression. Certainly it helps with the circulation. The research I showed uh, that our skin has thermoreceptors and electrical receptors, and those things need to be fired. And when they're fired, that helps with our circulation because there are tiny muscles along our blood vessels that need to be activated every once in a while so they don't atrophy. So there's no doubt that it helps with neuroepinephrine and epinephrine, and also it helps increase your dopamine. Some say 5 times for about 4 hours. I don't know if that's exactly true or not. There has been quite a bit of studies, and I keep hearing 250% more dopamine. So I guess that's 2.5 times. Excuse me. So I I definitely feel better. I have more mental clarity. Um, I can focus better, and I don't dread the things that I should be doing or that I'm behind on like I used to as much, especially in the morning time after I've had the shower. I did have to crank it up. The shower was not enough. It got to a point where I was just taking a cold shower. I was in there washing. I mean, it was. I had the timer running and just let the thing go off and keep going because 3 minutes was nothing for me. So you're gonna have to play around with what is good for you if you're gonna do this kind of thing. Um, it is kind of a shock to the system, so I would take it slow if you're gonna do something like this. But this is definitely advantageous. There's just no doubt in my mind after doing it that there's a lot of benefit to this. If you want to invest in yourself, it's a very short period of time to invest. You're gonna wake up in the morning, take a couple minute shower, 3 4 minute shower, and then you got a few minutes of cool down, and you're ready to go, and you feel great. One of the things that they did emphasize is don't do it just for the benefit of feeling better, but try to enjoy the process. Something about the mental side of it is important also, meaning that you're not just doing it for the rewards, that you're trying to enjoy the journey also. I don't know if that's true, but it seems to make sense to me that we shouldn't do things just for the rewards. Like, I'm going to write this paper the best I can so I can get an A, but you should concentrate on learning what you're going to learn when you're writing the paper. Or I'm just going to work because I need money. Instead, you should enjoy what you do at work or try to grow in whatever you're doing at work, even if you don't enjoy it. I understand not enjoying work, but there's a lot of information out there about trying to enjoy the process. So, and also breathing. And I didn't want to get too deep into these two other side issues, but there's a lot of information out there about when you get ready to get into a cold shower or cold bath or into a cold lake, you need to prep by doing some meditation, some meditative breathing. And I studied it a little bit, but not enough to really speak on it. But there is definitely something to it to prep your mind, or maybe even prep your spirit for doing something like this, so that you are really thinking about activating those thermal receptors and those electrical receptors on your skin. There's no doubt. There's plenty of research that says it increases your circulation and it helps with anti-inflammatory. And you know that everybody knows that circulation and anti-inflammatory things help with disease, especially long-term disease like cancer and other things like that. I'm not saying that this prevents cancer. I'm not, but there's plenty of information that this will help reduce the effect that long-term problems in your body have. And I do have one example of that. I have a slight tear in my rotator cuff from throwing a football and throwing a baseball, and I never was able to get it fixed. And it hasn't bothered me in years, but the minute I started taking cold showers, it came back. And by the end of the week, the pain that it had caused kind of almost went away. I'm not saying it healed it. I'm just saying it's something I experienced, and maybe it will heal joint pains. And certainly there's no reason not to do it. A little bit of uncomfortable will do a lot for you, your mental clarity and your ability to think, and certainly, and maybe even some depression and anxiety. But the fact is, I wanted to give you an update on everything. I am still drinking the water, again, only about a half gallon a day, and I am still stretching because when you take the cold showers, your body will tighten up, so I stretch right after. And there is some information out there that if you're looking to bulk up, it's not a good idea to take a cold bath after working out. That's actually anti-productive, so, or not productive. So look into that if you're going to take one. I definitely recommend it. Now this week, I didn't really have a good idea. I don't want to do the fasting yet. I'm not ready for it, and it's a little too cold for me to do high intensity interval training. So what I'm going to do this week is I'm going to eat breakfast. I don't eat breakfast. I intermittent fast. I've been intermittent fasting forever. I never eat breakfast. I stop eating about 8 o'clock at night. I don't eat again until 12 the next day. Always during that 8 hours is the only time that I eat. So this week, because everybody keeps talking about breakfast, I'm going to get some fruit and nuts. Nuts to provide me with protein, and the fruits to provide me with, you know, antioxidants and stuff like that. That's what I'm gonna do. I'll probably eat an apple a day, keeps the doctor away, and I'm gonna keep doing everything else. I have slipped up on the dipping. I had 1 can last week, but tomorrow makes a week I've been off of it, so just an update on everything. And I do feel better. All right, y'all have a good day.